Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's Ryan Saplin here, Fat Loss Strength Coach, coming to you today with a video about article writing. Article writing, I guess public speaking also, but I'm going to read an article that I wrote that I'm still working on for my main channel. And I find that when I talk stuff out, I find it's easier for me to write. So let's go see how this goes. Have you ever had an important test for grade school, high school, or college? Something that was dependent on you passing the class, so that if you failed the test, you'd have to repeat the grade that you were in. It's happened to me before. It makes you nervous. There's a pressure that happens when you create pressure in your life. It creates anxiety. In strength training and in powerlifting, it does the same thing. You have this weight you have to lift, and if you miss it, you'll suffer embarrassment or you might get hurt. People around you might see it, see you miss the lift, and then there's this danger of injury. One of the reasons why this anxiety gets built up is because a part of the brain, the amygdala, gets senses. Well, the amygdala gets there. You go. See, the amygdala senses danger. It's sometimes referred to what Seth Godin calls the lizard brain. It's an unconscious functioning system of the brain that senses fear. And when we're doing something where fear or danger are nearby, we are alerted because the flight or fight mechanism of the brain kicks in. In some instances, we get nervous, anxious, because in a relatively short period of time, we have to make a decision to either lean into the fear or flee. Basically, fight or flight. I want you to take a moment and imagine you're at the Grand Canyon. Then, from afar, you see a cliff. Now imagine walking up to the edge of the cliff and peering down. Really imagine yourself being there with the wind blowing in your face, and at any moment you could slip. You're right there at the edge. If you were to visualize this, you might actually have felt your stomach turn. That's the amygdala sensing fear. I don't know if you felt it, but if you have acrophobia, you'd feel it to an extreme. Acrophobia is the irrational fear of heights. I want to tell you a story about my fear. When I first started, Jesus Christ, when I started my first week as a personal trainer working at 24 Hour Fitness, I asked my manager, Josh, how do I get more clients? I didn't quite understand at the time, but when he described what he advised to me, I didn't quite understand it at the time, but when he described what he advised to me to do, a coldness went over my body, and I could feel this uncomfortable pressure in the back of my throat. Ryan, I want you to go and introduce yourself to 5 people every day. Tell them if you need any help with anything to come to you and give them your business card and continue walking in the gym. Do this with 5 people every day. The thought of doing this to this day still makes me feel nervous. Makes me feel nauseous, actually. It makes me wonder how I made it this far. So I mustered as much courage as I could and spotted a member on the floor that was the least intimidating. With a tremble in my voice and a mild shakiness of my body, I introduced myself. I spoke way too fast and I was clearly nervous. I walked away well before he could reply. 1 down, 4 to go, I thought. I walked around the gym, trying my best to feel normal, but I was pretty tense and anxious. I had trouble calming down and went to the bathroom. I picked the handicap stall because it was the largest. I locked the door, pretended to take a shit. With a sigh of relief, I immediately felt relaxed. Not because I took a shit, because I was alone, finally. I was safe. I have social anxiety. It's pretty mild, I would say, but it's a real thing. I think people, deal with this. Where did I find the confidence to conquer this? To be completely honest, I haven't quite conquered it. I actually just thought I was a pussy. It wasn't until I came across, and that's kind of where I ended the article so far. All right, so that's my practice video. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, click like. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Comment below. Leave a comment. All right, see you guys later.